Hey everyone, I am on a hike in Frozen Head State Park in late January 2023. It's about 32 degrees out. I've stopped at a backcountry campsite just to be intentional about paying attention to some self-love. Now, if you've heard me speak, you've heard me talk about being intentional when you hike. Now, this is an activity that I knew I was going to do before I came out here. And this is an activity I've done before. I love this activity because it helps me see where I'm at. And this is why I want to teach you this activity as well, because it's something that you can do out on trail. Super easy just to get a gauge on where you're at when it comes to self-love. Does that sound okay? I hope so. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take a piece of paper. I hike with a notebook. You're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to draw a flower on it. So a circle in the middle of the page and then 7 petals. Now we're going to get to those petals in a moment. So on each of those petals, what you're going to do is write 7 titles on the petal. And really, don't worry about how big or small it is. All you're going to be writing in each petal is a number, and that number is going to be 1 through 10. We'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to read 7 titles to put on each petal right now.
Self-awareness, self-exploration, self-care, self-esteem, self-kindness, self-respect, and self-growth.
Now that we have our titles on each petal, what I'm going to do next is read a definition for each title. Now, I'll say something like self-care, and then I'll read the definition, and then you'll have to make a decision. Is your self-care at like level 1 or level 10? Now let me help you with this. Level 1's like, I haven't thought about myself at all. I don't know anything about my wellness. Like 5 is, well, I'm working on like my physical health, but I haven't really been paying attention to my mental or emotional health. Or like 10 is, yeah, I'm on lock, man. Like I am getting it on my physical health, I'm getting it on my mental health, I'm getting it on my emotional health, and I'm getting it on my spiritual health. That's a 10. Now, it's possible you do have a 10, but I will tell you that we're always changing. So if you have a 10, that's cool. I will never have a 10. That's just the bottom line. But if you got a 10, that's cool. All right, let me read the first one.
Self-awareness is the ability to recognize who you are, how you influence the world, and how the world influences you. Self-awareness encompasses your ability to attune to and take accountability for your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors.
All right, let's move on to the second one.
Self-exploration is the courage and drive into learning about yourself in order to improve your knowledge and who you are. Now remember, 1 is, I don't do this at all. I need to start doing this. 5 is, I think about it, and maybe sometimes I do some of this. And 10 is, I do this all the time.
Let's move on to the third one.
Self-care is comprised of a wide variety of tasks that require you to take care of your overall wellness. So that's your emotional, mental, physical, and I like to add spiritual.
And let's do the fourth one.
Self-esteem is the result of how you view your overall self.
Guys, I wish you knew how cold it was out here. It is like a light wind. I'm getting kind of cold. I'm going to have to get moving soon, but it's okay. Let's do number 5.
Self-kindness is the skill of being friendly to yourself.
And number 6.
Self-respect is the empowered ability to advocate for yourself.
And finally, number 7.
Self-growth is the continual process of seeking opportunity to learn, love, and thrive.
All right, you did it. So I'm going to suggest to hold on to this piece of paper. Maybe just have a notebook. like a self-love notebook or a wellness notebook, something like a hiking notebook, whatever. Maybe keep this in your pack. This is an opportunity for you to go back and see where you're at. Like, I like to do this activity every 3 months. I go back in, I write it, and I write in my numbers, and then I go back and see where I'm at in 3 months and be like, yo, I'm actually growing in this area. And then I also take a look and be like, all right, I need to work on this. And that helps with some of my intentions as I hike more and more. Hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions or any comments, or if you want to share anything, leave it in the comments. I will absolutely get back to you, or send me an email, blackmanhiking@gmail.com, if you want to keep it private. I get it. But I'm all about helping you with your wellness, especially in the outdoors. Folks, you know what to do. If you want better physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health, get your butt in the outdoors.